Thank you very much, Dr. Zaira. আজকে আপনাদের মধ্যে দাঁড়িয়ে আমাকে খুবই ভালো লাগছে। কেন? অনেক দিন পরে আমার ছোটবেলার কথা মনে পড়ছে আমার ছোটবেলার বন্ধুরা দময়ন্তী ঘোষ, সঙ্গীতা মুখার্জি, শুভ্রা গাঙ্গুলি, গজালা ইয়াসমিন, যাদের সঙ্গে আমি আমার শিক্ষা সফর শুরু করেছিলাম। আমাকে এখানে আসবার যে নিমন্ত্রণ দিয়েছিলেন আপনারা, সেই জন্যে আমি উর্দু ডিপার্টমেন্ট এবং কলেজ প্রশাসনকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ দিচ্ছি। Highly respected Dr. Purnima Biswas, Principal, Surendranath College for Women, Kolkata. Equally respected Madam Coordinator, Dr. Afroza Khatun. Respected Madam Dr. Nuzhat Zahra, Head, Department of Urdu, and all the respected professors of this college, very sweet, very charming, and ambitious students of this college, ladies and gentlemen. Right at the outset, I bow my head before Shri Surendranath Banerjee, great freedom fighter, the pride of Bengal, the champion of Hindu-Muslim harmony, and a great educationist. Today, we are here to celebrate womanhood. All over the world, womanhood is being celebrated. Actually, the date was yesterday, but yesterday was Mahashivratri, and Shivratri, Shiv is the symbol of power, universal power, and today I will lay emphasis on, with the help of legal provisions, on Nari Shakti, the power of women. I very humbly dedicate my very small talk to the great women of this country, great freedom fighter, Madam Sarojini Naidu, Queen of Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai, the first woman freedom fighter of India, Begum Hazrat Mahal, the great feminist thinker of Bengal, Ruqayya Begum Shakhawat, one of the greatest Prime Minister of this country, Shrimati Indira Gandhi, our very, very dearest Mother Teresa, and not to forget the living inspiration, our dearest, the Lioness of Bengal, Chief Minister of Bengal, Madam Mamata Bandyopadhyay. Today, I am given the topic of legal rights of women. Perhaps you cannot imagine how vast, how deep the topic is. Naturally, cannot be expressed in such a short time. The legal terms which are there, I will try to avoid those legal terms so that all the students sitting before me, they are able to understand what I am saying. I will try to make my speech or talk more plausible, more understandable, and more comprehensible. I request all the students sitting before me, after I complete my lecture, if there is any doubt in your mind, any kind of confusion, any query, you may please put up before me, and I humbly say that I will try to satisfy your queries. Whatever I'm going to tell you, I've tried to, as I told you, I've tried to make it very easy. For that, my talk will proceed on 3 segments. The first segment is regarding the legal rights of Hindu women. The second segment is the legal rights of Muslim women. And then lastly, in the third segment, I will try to tell you naturally in short the common rights of all the women, irrespective of caste, creed, religion. This is the gift of the Parliament of India to us. Right in the end, a good number of acts are there. So, while proceeding towards the first segment, that is the rights of Hindu women. Hindu law is famous for its equality. Equality of gender is the sine qua non or the hallmark of Hindu law. Means men and women are treated equally in most of the provisions. But there are some dark areas in which sometimes there is some sort of doubt in the mind of a Hindu woman. I will put before you a very small interesting case, naturally because I have read a few pages of law in my life. So cases come to my mind, and that is going to give you something very important about a Hindu mother. There was a couple, they had a minor son. In the beginning, everything was all right, but later on, relations between husband and wife became bitter. So much so that they started living separately. I am talking about the case Geeta Hariharan versus Reserve Bank of India, 1999. What happened? The mother started living with her minor son separately. There was an FD, fixed deposit, in the name of the minor son. Meanwhile, the FD matured and the mother went to the bank for the encashment of the fixed deposit. The bank said, no, we will not give you the money because you are not the guardian of your son. She said, then who will get? The bank said, bring your son's father, means bring your husband. We will give him encashment, we will not give you. Geeta Hariharan was a self-respected woman. She did not go to the husband as the relations were bad. Where she went? She went straight to the Honorable Supreme Court of India. There she said, my lord, I am having the custody of my minor son. I am having the FD with me. I am the mother. Why the bank is denying me the encashment? And the ground they are giving is no, you are not the guardian. Why the bank was saying this? The bank was saying this because under Minority and Adoption Act of Hindu law, the mother is not the natural guardian. The father is the natural guardian. The father's father is the natural guardian. The father's elder brother is the natural guardian. But the female is not. This is given in the Guardianship Act 1956. It is given there. And that is why the bank said no. But Supreme Court is always coming for the help of the downtrodden, for the help of the needy. The Supreme Court said a Hindu mother is the national guardian of her son. Go to the bank, give them a my order, and they will have to give you encashment. Naturally, the order was followed, and the mother, see, law provisions and acts are having legal rules, but equally good are the orders of the honorable courts, Supreme Court, High Court, even lower courts are having. So that is the power of law. Geeta Hariharan was very happy. In this respect, I would like to tell you that since that day, in my mark sheet, unfortunately, my mother's name is not there. But maybe in your mark sheet, you people are so young. And definitely in the mark sheet of your son, name of the mother is there. Nowadays, the mark sheets are having the name of the father as well, the name of the mother, so that nobody denies the right of mother. Apart from this, a Hindu woman is having right against polygamy. Right against polygamy, during the continuance of marriage, the husband cannot remarry. Means he cannot have a second wife. And if he does, listen to me, if he does, then the wife can go and file an FIR against the husband on the ground of bigamy, saying that I am his wife, there is no divorce, the marriage is continuing, and this man has got another wife. This is under section 494 of the Indian Penal Code, and the punishment goes up to 5 years. So this is something really very good protection or right given to a Hindu woman. A Hindu woman is also having right to maintenance during the continuance of marriage, after divorce as well. This is also, important for the Muslim woman. But for Muslim women, there are certain modifications regarding maintenance at the time of divorce. But here, if the divorce happens, until she remarries, until the woman remarries, she will be getting a monthly maintenance from her husband. This is the law. Also the law is a married woman, a married Hindu woman has got share in the property of her father. Many judgments of Supreme Court have come, people have challenged it on the ground of rationality that once she is gone, why she is getting a share? But she is getting a share because there is law about it. In a nutshell, I have tried to give you some important rights of Hindu women. Now coming to my second segment. The second segment is about the rights of a Muslim woman. Regarding Muslim women or Muslim law or Sharia, people are making so many complaints, people are making so many criticisms. Yes, there are dark areas, but no doubt there are also some very, very important rights given to a Muslim woman which are not given in any other religion. Not given in any other religion. The first right which a Muslim woman gets is about her consent in marriage. No marriage is complete, no Muslim marriage is complete without the consent of the girl or without the consent of the bride. If she says no, no marriage will take place. If she does not answer, the marriage is incomplete. Hence, it is a very, very big right. Imagine at that time when Islam, there was the dawn of Islam. At that time, this right was given. Freedom of consent was given to a Muslim woman. The second very, very important right of a Muslim woman is, which is also again not available in any other religion, is the right to dower or meher. Right to dower or meher is also a very special feature of Muslim marriage. Right to dower is usually people sometimes criticizes about as the price of the woman. No, it is not that. It is the provision for the rainy day. You must have heard that giving talaq is easy for men under Muslim law. And for that reason, dower was provided to the woman. But dower is not only provided at the time of divorce. There are two types of dower, prompt dower and deferred dower. Meher muajjal and meher mawajjal. And in the first night, she can refuse her husband. She refuses to surrender herself to her husband if the dower is named as prompt dower, muajjal. And when he pays, only then he can have a relation with her. Usually this does not happen. But the law is there. Again, dower does not only mean money. Dower also means it is sometimes when the woman is illiterate, she does not know Quran, she does not know how to observe namaz. And if the husband, it is settled that he will teach her Quran, he will teach her namaz. That also constitutes dower at many places. Usually, dower is a provision for the rainy day. She can demand dower at any time. So much so that if the Muslim husband dies without paying the dower, then the Muslim wife or the widow when she becomes, she can retain the house, ancestral home until and unless her dower is paid. Usually, very good husbands, Muslim husbands, they pay their dower. My dower is paid by my husband. It was 14,000 rupees, paid long back. Full money was paid. 14,000 is nothing, fraction of my salary. But it was paid. He paid some 20 years back. Now I am married 35 years. He paid. So there are very good husbands. They always pay that dower so that she has no problem. This is it. Regarding these two very important rights of a Muslim woman, I would like to say that she also has a share. Like a Hindu woman, she has a share in her ancestral property even after the marriage when she goes away. So these are the important rights I told you about the two very, very important religions, personal laws of our country. Now coming to the third part, the most important, the most appealing, and the largest chunk of laws for us, for all of us. Not talking about Hindu women, not talking about Muslim women. The laws are there throwing a circle of protection around every woman, down on the Sialda station, right up to a woman like you who is earning, who is educated. In this respect, good number of laws are there, but right at the first, I would like to touch upon a very, very important law, which again comes from a case most applicable to all of us. Law preventing sexual harassment at workplace, preventing sexual exploitation at workplace. There came a case in 1997, Vishakha versus the state of Rajasthan. She went and said, my colleagues, my people, they are harassing me in the office. They are not allowing me to work peacefully. They only look at me as a woman. They don't look at me as an employee, as an officer. They look at me as a woman. Vishakha versus state of Rajasthan, please always remember this case, easy to remember. The Supreme Court issued a number of guidelines and said, a woman, when she comes out of her four walls of her house, she works shoulder and shoulder with men, she should be treated with human dignity. She should be respected by one and all. For this, after some time, a law came. A law is there. A law always comes into force when there is some problem. Hence, most of us do not know because there is no problem. I'm sure in this college there is no college for women, no problem. But every college office, maybe Wipro, maybe Infosys, maybe government college, maybe government office, the law says that they should have a committee comprising of the great professors like Madam Afroza. And the committee should always see that the women working in their office, college, school are not harassed. I would like to tell you, not the name is sexual harassment, but it is not only sexual harassment. Even there are examples praising a woman's sari. Your sari is very good. You are looking very nice. If she doesn't like, this will come under that law. She can go and tell the committee, this man is every time praising me. Why is praising me? Although women are always happy to receive praises, especially about their looks. But using some such words against the woman, that comes under that law. The woman can go to the committee and complain regarding the man. Even if the man says, come we will have tea together, come we will have dinner together. This happens in private offices. We have seen in many, we have read in newspapers, we have seen so many times. All this happens. But if the woman does not like, she can go and complain before the committee. Moreover, if the committee is not taking action against the male member, with due respect to all the members present here, I would like to say that if the committee is not taking any action, then the woman can go straight away to the police station. The second time comes police station. Committee is there. Why? Because the male member is also part of the organization, hence things should not go out. And that is why things should be settled within the office, within the school, within the college, whatever it is. But if it does not help the woman, then she can go to the police station. These are called Vishakha guidelines. Vishaka guidelines, it is the order of the court that Vishaka guidelines should be written on like placards, small posters, and should be pasted all over the office, college, school, whatever. But this does not happen because people are usually not aware of such provisions of law. But the provision of law is there, and it will help a woman out of any problem if she faces. Then, especially in my Karma Bhumi, that is Rajasthan, there is a trend of young girls getting married. Very young girls. Akatij is coming now. Akatij, the young girls in bulk, 200, 300, they get married. They are married to 11-year-old child, maybe any. For this, the law came. Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, in which not only organizing the marriage, the father, the mother, the grandfather, everybody is punishable under that act. Not only the people, the guardians who are giving them in marriage, but a person like you and me, if we are going there and having the feast, we are also responsible and we are also punished. Why? Because we will see something going wrong and we are not stopping. It is our duty as a citizen, if any child marriage is going on, then to stop or prevent that marriage. If the marriage is not stopped, it is not prevented, then a case is filed against all the people concerned. The father, the mother, everybody concerned, and there is, of course, punishment regarding this. The Child Marriage Act was recently amended. All of us know that the marriageable age for girls is 18 years, and for men, for men it is and for men it is 21 years. But recently in 2023, an amendment has been made in which the age of the girl also has been raised to 21. Now, a girl of 18 years, 19 years, 20 years cannot be given in marriage, cannot marry, because the age for the girl has gone to 21 after the recent amendment by the Parliament of India. Although all these laws are having many details, but naturally due to shortage of time, I am just giving you the main part of all these laws. Now comes the most important law formulated in the year 2005. That law is Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. Protection of women from domestic violence. Unfortunately, every year we are celebrating Women's Day. We are talking so much about women empowerment, but there are still loopholes. We are very lucky women all sitting here. These girls are also very lucky sitting here because their parents have allowed them to go out and to achieve study. But if you look back, you will see hundreds and thousands of women still suffering for being a woman. No, I'm not talking only about the women who are sitting on the road, women who are in the house. They are subjected to domestic violence. Domestic violence does not only mean the physical violence, beating. No, it does not If you go through the law, you will see domestic violence means exploitation of all kinds. Exploitation, like sometimes you must have heard that if a daughter-in-law is earning, or the wife is earning, or the sister is earning, the money is extracted from her. The male members don't give her. This is called financial exploitation. Financial exploitation is there. So, domestic violence, when it hurts her mind, not only her body, but it hurts her mind also, that also is extremely punishable. For this, the victim, the woman who is being treated within the four walls of her house, not only she can go, but if you are a public spirited person, you are a neighbor, you can also go and complain. And the police will hear you, the court will hear you. So, it is always there that one should help such women. One should come forward to help such women. The case is registered not only domestic under the Domestic Violence Act, Protection from Domestic Violence Act 2005, but simultaneously it is registered under various criminal sections of the Indian Penal Code. So the punishment is very severe, and the person concerned is. One thing more I would like to tell you, that no, men, sorry to say, the men are having a bad name for this. No, even if a woman is using domestic violence or causing domestic violence to another woman in the same house, then also it comes under the purview of this law. Also, not necessarily a person who is related to somebody, like sister is being subjected, wife is being subjected, mother is being subjected. No. If a person who is a stranger, like if somebody goes as a guest, but living under the same roof, the condition is that living under the same roof, if she is subjected to violence, no matter that she is not related, but there the domestic violence happens and she is the victim, she gets a right to complain. If she doesn't get the time, opportunity, naturally, so much of oppression happens, then she can do anything. In anything in the sense, nowadays we have all this internet mobile, and in that case, she can even send a message, file FIR online, etc., etc. She can do anything. That is why I said shrieking from the window, shrieking out whatever she can from the terrace, whatever, she will get help. So this is domestic violence, not only violence by the male member, but violence by the female member of that family. The main condition is that sitting under the same roof, living under the same roof. If that happens, then this law comes to the rescue of the woman. One law you must have heard so many times, and something which many of us are suffering from, is dowry. There is a Dowry Prohibition Act, 1961. Dowry is something which is a curse, a menace. It goes with the marriage. Not in many places, not in every place, not in every family, but it happens. And the crux of the question is that even if the woman is an earning member like you, means the father is paying for the education, father is paying for everything, then again when the father is getting that educated daughter married, there also he is required to give dowry. I mean, I don't want to say that, if a girl is unemployed, then dowry should come. I'm not saying that. But the thing is that even if she is employed, if she is earning what I'm doing, I'm earning for the last 28 years, whatever I'm earning, I'm not giving to my father. I'm not giving to my brothers. I'm giving it to my, not husband, he is also our officer. So I'm not giving it to anyone, but I'm using it in my house. So why to take dowry? I always used to say that about dowry or whatever I used to tell, often I used to tell my husband, जिंदा है तो हजारों के, मर गए तो लाखों के. If I will die, at the time when I was in service, had I died, my heirs would have got lakhs, lakhs and lakhs of rupees. So, dowry is something, a menace, we should always rise above this. Even those who are very, very well off, Agarwals, Gargs, they are also demanding dowry. When they are making their son doctor, they are telling the daughter's side, he has become the doctor, she will benefit, hence pay the dowry. But the same thing does not come when the girl is also earning. When she is having a fat salary, then the father is unable to say, because in our country, the daughter's father in any religion is always not so vocal. He is always having a very status. He is not very vocal about it. These are the dark points in our society, Indian society, Muslim, Hindu, all. So all these things should be given up. In dowry also, punishment is 5 years, 3 years. But what happens? In my Dholpur also, here also, many times we go for a marriage and we see that the very expensive furniture, things, jewelry are given. People are boasting. Often the fathers boast that I have given so much to my daughter. But nothing happens. Nobody complains. Nobody complains because dowry giving and taking, though both are crimes, but it is a non-cognizable crime. Non-cognizable crime means crime if the person concerned is coming, only then the police will listen. Some other person will not. If the police, in the first instance, the police will not listen to it. He will say, what happened? The father is giving, the father-in-law is taking, what is your problem? But this is not happening in the case of domestic violence, as I told you just now. In domestic violence, the police will not say, you are living in flat number 102, she is living in flat number 98, why you are coming for her? The police cannot say this. Because under that law, anybody who comes across the case of domestic violence can always go for the rescue of the victim. So, Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, and there are certain amendments also. Right in the end, I would like to tell you some very, very important law. Must have heard about POXO Act. Must have heard about POXO Act. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. Young children, and I am very happy. So long I was telling you about the women. But about POXO Act, I like something very much. And that is, in POXO Act, both the underage male and female are given protection. Even we know by our knowledge that young males are also sexually exploited. So they were also given protection. No doubt, 98% women are exploited. But in this case, in this law, even a 12-year-old boy, an 18-year-old boy, if he is sexually exploited, then his guardian can go to the court for for the punishment of the person concerned. Punishment because the person has exploited the tender age of that child. In all these laws, I tried to give you just a very small introduction about it. And right in the end, I would like to tell you that for me, this is my very personal opinion, that education does not mean writing your name in your visiting card with a long queue of degrees. That does not mean. In my view, education does not mean writing your name with a doctor or whatever it is, or doctors, I myself, and putting it in the nameplate outside your house. No. Education also does not mean always talking about I've done double MA, I've done PhD, I've done this. No. Education means educating others. Education means helping others. There is also a provision under our very, very beautiful Constitution of India that any person who is himself a victim, any person who is himself the sufferer, may not go, need not go. Other person can go. You can see hundreds of women on Sialda station, on Howrah Bridge, destitute. Nobody is helping them. I also feel pain. When you see, you also feel pain in your heart. These women, what happens to them in the night? What happens? They are being exploited. If you want to do something, you can go straight to the Supreme Court. Not necessarily engage a lawyer. Just send a postcard about it. This is called public interest litigation, PIL. Not going for your own problems, not going for your own pain, but going for the pain of others who are suffering generally. So I would request all of you to please be conscious about, be sensitive about those who are not educated, those who are have-nots. Try to help your neighbors. Don't go back. Don't say that, हम क्या करेंगे? What should I do? Na baba, जाओ ना. Don't do that. Use your education, use your knowledge, your education to help those. Imagine the plight of the woman who is there on the street, maybe men also, on the street, and nobody is coming for their help. If you go for their help, that is the real meaning of education, in my view. I think I have taken so much of your time, and I would like to thank once again शोबे उर्दू में औरतों के कानूनी हुकूक, जिस्मानी हुकूक के बारे में आपने आज जो ये इनेकाद किया है, डॉक्टर नुसरत ज़हरा की सदारत में, वो यकीनन मौजू के हिसाब से बहुत ही काबिल तारीफ़ है। मैं चाहती थी कि आपका पूरा कॉलेज यहाँ मौजूद हो, मगर सबने बताया कि सैटरडे होने की वजह से लोग यहाँ कम आते हैं। इसके लिए अभी हमारी मैडम यहाँ से किसी काम से चली गई हैं, डॉक्टर अफरोज़ा खातून मैडम से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी। अभी उतरते वक्त मैंने देखा यहाँ पर तो लॉ कॉलेज भी बहुत पास में, तो मैं ये चाहूँगी कि टाइम से आप लीगल राइट्स के ऊपर जो डिटेल में लॉ कॉलेज के सीनियर स्टूडेंट्स भी आकर आपको बता, सॉरी फॉर गिविंग द सजेशन, मगर ये कि आप बुला सकते हैं। और आज का जो ये इनेकाद हुआ है, इसमें जो हमारी बच्चियां सामने बैठी हैं, उनको एक इतनी अच्छी सदारत मिली है, बहुत ही कम उम्र में, बहुत ही कम वक्त में डॉक्टर नुसरत ज़हरा ने अपने आप को साबित करने की कोशिश की। उन्हीं ने अपने एजुकेशन को दूसरों तक पहुंचाने की कोशिश की और बहुत ही लगन, ये लगन इस उम्र में बहुत कम होती है। हम लोगों को तो खुदा से लगन हो जाती है इस एज में, खैर, लेकिन इस उम्र में काम की लगन मुझे भी थी। ये लगन जो हो जाती है, ये सब आप लोग सीखिए, जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो इसको सीखें। और मैं डॉक्टर नुसरत ज़हरा से कहूँगी कि आप अपनी ये जाफशानी, अपनी लगन हमेशा बरकरार रखिए। जब आपकी एज 55-60 साल की हो जाए तब भी डोंट हेजिटेट टू डू अ वेरी स्मॉल वर्क। प्रिंसिपल रहने के बावजूद मैंने बहुत पाबंदी से क्लासेस ली हैं, सबने मना किया हमको, पर मैंने क्लासेस ली हैं और पाबंदी से ली हैं। रिटायरमेंट के आखिरी दिन भी हमने 3.5 घंटा लेक्चर दिया है। तो मैं ये चाहूँगी कि इनकी जो मेहनत है और इनके साथ इनके जो ख़ानदान के लोग हैं वो भी इनका बहुत साथ देते हैं, तो उनके लिए भी मैं कहूँगी इनका कंट्रीब्यूशन है, उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रगुजार हूँ। मैं पूरी कोशिश करूँगी कि मैं अपनी जो बात है उसको आप लोगों तक पहुँचा सकी। और कुछ बातें तो मैं आपको ये भी बता सकती हूँ कि जैसे हमको एक सजेशन दिया गया था कि चूँकि मैंने पीएचडी साइबर में की है, तो उसके लिए साइबर के लिए एक पूरा अलग वक्त चाहिए। वैसे तो इसमें हर एक्ट्स के लिए एक दिन चाहिए, सीरीज ऑफ मतलब होना चाहिए था, लेकिन ये कि हम शॉर्ट में आपको बताया, लोग बहुत जल्दी बोर भी हो जाते हैं। तो साइबर के लिए हम आपको बताना चाहते हैं कि साइबर लॉ में जो हम लोग का इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट है उसमें आईपीसी में चेंजेस किए हैं, और उसमें भी नए नए अपराध, नए क्राइम्स, जो क्राइम्स आपने कभी सुने नहीं होंगे औरतों के खिलाफ, वो क्राइम्स, कुछ क्राइम्स तो सुने होंगे, रेप है, ये सब है, लेकिन जो क्राइम्स आपने सुने भी नहीं होंगे, हम आपको 1-2 क्राइम्स बताते हैं। 354 ABCDE आईपीसी खोल के पढ़िएगा, उसमें आप देखिएगा एक औरत कपड़े बदल रही है। ये किस लिए हुआ है? अपने देश में जो खेत के ऊपर हमारी गांव की औरतें जाती हैं, नहाती हैं, वो जमाना गया संगम वाला, जब राज कपूर ने गाना गाया था। आज वो गाना अगर गाया जाएगा, ही कैन बी बुक्ड, वो जमाना गया। एक औरत नहा रही है, उसको देखना अपराध है, अगर साबित किया गया अपराध है। एक औरत कपड़े बदल रही है, ये सब नहीं था पहले, मेरी छोटी सी नॉलेज जो लॉ की है, ये सब नहीं था पहले, आईपीसी में एज इतना डिटेल में नहीं था पहले। तो एक औरत कपड़े बदल रही है, उसके लिए भी डिसरोबिंग अ वुमन, उसके लिए भी खाली उसके निवस्त्र कर देना यानी उसको कपड़े उतार देना, वो एक अपराध बन गया है। और एक चीज जो अपराध इसमें बन गई है, यानी कि स्टॉकिंग जिसको कहते हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ने ये अमेंडमेंट किया है, स्टॉकिंग। इसको सुन के आप लोग सब बहुत खुश होंगे, क्योंकि इसमें यह है कि एक लेडी की इजाजत के बगैर उसके फोन को देखना, इंटरनेट में वो क्या फॉलो कर रही है उसको छुप के देखना सीक्रेटली। मोस्टली दिस कैन हैपन इन एन ऑफिस। आजकल तो पासवर्ड वगैरह सब कुछ बहुत हो गया है, लेकिन नहीं किया जा सकता। अगर वो छुप के या उसकी जो डिवाइस है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस में देखते हैं, कुछ कोई देखता है, वो शिकायत कर सकती है, 3 साल तक की सजा हो सकती है, अगर वो जाहिर है साबित किया जाता है। तो औरतों के खिलाफ जो अपराध हैं या जो भी यानी कि जुर्म है, उनका एक अलग ही सेक्शन है। आज मैंने आप लोगों को अपनी छोटी सी नॉलेज में सिर्फ औरतों के निस्वानी हुकूक के पर बताने की कोशिश की है। और उर्दू डिपार्टमेंट ने एक यानी कि जो लिटरेचर है, अदब है, उसके मौजू से हटकर ये मौजू रखा है, क्योंकि वो इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे भी था जो कि चल रहा है अभी, तो उसके लिए आप मुबारकबाद के मुस्तहक हैं। पूरा कॉलेज प्रशासन इसके लिए मुबारकबाद का मुस्तहक है कि आपने एक बहुत ही अच्छा एक मौजू चुना है, इसमें सभी को उससे फ़ायदा होगा। मैं आप लोगों से एक बात कहना चाहती हूँ, जो मैं अपने स्टूडेंट से कहती रही, मैं लड़कियों की बात कर रही हूँ। यंग स्टूडेंट्स, डोंट रिमेन बिजी विथ योर मोबाइल्स and laptops for social networking. Don't have an account on Facebook. Don't have an account in Instagram. Don't get on WhatsApp. Don't follow the reels. Don't follow the shorts. This is not your age to do all this. Social networking, sorry to say, only and only wastage of time, nothing else. Of course, it gives you fame. It gives you fame. But I'm talking about the young girl sitting there. In your age, you don't need a fame through a device. You need a fame through your deeds. काम ऐसे कीजिए, पढ़िए, लिखिए, बहुत ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेशन कीजिए, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में बैठिए और इंटरनेट का बिल्कुल सही यूज़ कीजिए. इंटरनेट का यूज़ किया इसलिए धौलपुर जैसी जगह में हम साइबर के ऊपर कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कर सकें इंटरनेट के ज़रिए. तो इंटरनेट आपको फ़ायदा पहुंचाएगा, सोशल नेटवर्किंग आपको फ़ायदा नहीं पहुंचाएगा. आई थिंक मैंने आपको काफ़ी कुछ नहीं कह दिया, काफ़ी कुछ डिटेल में इसलिए नहीं कहा कि नेचुरली आई नो बाय एक्सपीरियंस पीपल गेट रेस्टलेस कि अब टाइम हो रहा है, जाना है समथिंग. बट आई टोल्ड यू, आई मीन टीचिंग हैज़ बीन माई पैशन. आई लव टू टीच. I love to profess. I'm not a professor. I retired as a lecturer. At that time, there was no associate professor or something. Humbly, I retired as a lecturer in law, principal, of course. So I love to tell something good to my people, my students. I had lovely students with me. Very, very fully boys' college it was, but they were so nice to me that I always carry their memories with me. So I would like to say that keep all these things in your mind. If there is any question which the girls want to put up, or any of you, I will be really lucky if I am able to satisfy your queries. And for Dr. Uzar Zaira,
are you coming with some सवालात करने हैं मैम से? तो मैम आप बैठ जाएं और आराम से. जी आप बैठ जाएं.
Okay.
और देखिए आराम से.
Thank you very much.